Right then, V6 Touareg video. So as you can see, Scott has now got my mud tyres on his Porsche rims, which are looking sweet. Colour Magic's sorted them out for us. They look a lot better, so good there if you want them doing. So these, horribly noisy on mine, but I don't care about Scott's ears, and he ain't got a radio, which is even better, so it's going to absolutely ruin him. So as you can see, the main reason we're doing this now and not later on is because we've got a standard size spare on here, because we bust one of the other tyres at Parkwood Off-Road Centre, so that were a bit annoying, but can't do all about it. And these tyres are out of stock at the minute, all winter tyres. Oh no. Winter tyres are out of stock pretty much everywhere, all the time, so special Yokohama because they didn't really make any. But anyway, so we're going to get these on, so we're going to go to our off-road centre next week, so it makes sense to get these on rather than this being parked up. So to do this, we've got a few issues because these are 33 inch. The wheels that have come off are 32 inch now. They're, well, 32.1 they work out roughly. They're just a little bit too big to fit without any modifications. You'd have to just push the intercooler forward. But to get 33s on, you've got to start chopping into the cilia, which is a bit of plastic and crap here, but basically we're going to have to chop into the cilia, and then we'll be very close to the intercoolers, which are completely covered in mud all the time anyway. So we've got a bit of a plan. As you can see, this has got an intercooler either side. Danny might be able to put a picture up when the bumper's off or whatever, or one that's clean so you can actually see what's going on. But the V10's got two intercoolers, but it's got basically two engines in there. You've got two completely separate banks, whereas this has got some very funky stuff going on. You see this, that intercooler pipe goes to the left-hand side, and it's already split off all the way from the turbo, all the way down the side of the engine into two, and then this one goes down here, crosses over down there. You can see the size of them boost pipes, crosses over there, and then comes back up into here. I mean, it comes out of this one here and goes into the inlet. And then this one comes from the bottom of that other one up to here. So it's just ridiculously complicated. And we've got a few people asking if we can do sort of an intercooler relocation setup, which just pushing them forward, 32s, no problem. But for 33s and bigger, which I don't know if we get 34s or 35s on, I doubt it. But we're going to have to put the intercooler in a similar place to the V10. It's less of a job than the V10, but it's still going to be quite a bit of faffing about. So we're going to get it done, get it sorted, and then at least we've got two usable Touaregs ready for next weekend. So we'll let Jake and Mark and whoever else is going to be working on it get cracked on. See how we get on. Jake's got the sills all chopped out. So if you have a look here, what we gained there, probably 30 or 40 mil, something like that. So yeah, I've got an old bit. So it's made a decent difference. So that's going to be absolutely nowhere near. Obviously, if we want to gain more, we can trim it. I do want to see what size tyre we can get on these. It'd be nice to get another inch or two bigger. But yeah.
There's one I prepared earlier.
Yeah, they're the bit that's chopped out, so it's all that. So probably, yeah, 40. It's got to be about 40 mil. So that's good. It will mainly catching around this area anyway. So, but that's that. Take it away. So the other thing that we're doing, well, the intercoolers. So we've had to get rid of the little water heat exchanger, which we got rid of when we were putting the winch on mine. And we should still, looking at that, we should still be able to get a winch on there. Maybe, maybe not, depending how far back you want to get it. But if you take the grill out, you get whatever you want in there anyway. So we've took that out, and then we made a radiator pipe that links that out, which will come in the kit, which we could trace it all the way back and start linking it out and taking other bits out, but there's a pump on there as well, and I think that's part of the bleeding process. So if it were mine, I would, but doing a kit, I think this is a better way of doing it. The flow will stay as it should do. But that cooler only does up to the fuel cooler here, which waste of time. It's not going to hurt anything anyway. And then the other thing, I don't think we've got it, it's kicking about somewhere. We're going to send the pipe through these holes here, which on this side don't matter on this car, but on this side, and it's a mirror image on the V10s and the V8s and stuff, there's like a little intake here for the cold air to the bottom of the airbox, but we've obviously not got that in anymore now. We've got the snorkel, but you should be able to just take that piece out and the intercooler pipe will go in. But if you're using it, you're going into deep water, you need to really do the snorkel anyway. So I don't like to do things that mean you've got to have something else, but I think that's the only way of doing it. So we shall see. So now the task is sorting the boost pipes out, because this is the factory piece, which we probably could get the factory piece from the side of the engine on a car that doesn't go to the twin outlets. But I think by the time we bought them and messed about, might as well just do a full kit. It uses everything brand new, and it'll send it all the way to the front. So we'll get that sorted next. It's going to go over to the fab shop for that. And just in a little aside while we're here, we've wired the front winch socket up for Scott's. So I think once we've got that sorted, we'll do a little demonstration on what that looks like, because I've got to do that as part of the video that I'm doing on the winch anyway. But that's separate to this one. So yeah, sorted, ready to go to the fab shop, and then hopefully when this is finished, Paul's ready with the other car that needs to go. Anyway.
Rage on that beat, going crazy.
So we've got it out of the workshop into the fab shop. The intercooler's on now, all bracketed up. We're just going to make a bracket for this here because you don't really need it, but it makes sense to put one on so it's not flopping about. Obviously we've got the receiver hitch on this one, but if you wanted to put a winch on, there should still just about be room to get it on, but that depends on your winch. So yeah, the pipe work, pretty straightforward really. These holes are perfect to send it through. A little bit tighter than you'd like it to be around here. We've had to put a tight 90 in there, like a cast one, but it'll do the job. Map sensor button there, so this literally replaces every pipe, so you shouldn't have any leaking issues, but they're not too bad on these as standard anyway. So yeah, really happy with that. I think this looks pretty good with these tyres on. They don't stick out as much as I thought they would, to be fair, so probably not going to mess about with arches. We've got the 5th tyre as well for this, so we can put one on the roof and then we're not going to have the same problem we had when we were at Parkwood with the wrong size tyre as a spare, so that should be pretty good. And Scott's ears will bleed rather than mine now. So I think the only other thing to get this in now has got a little bit more maintenance to get sorted. Yeah, can't think what else, but we'll get it sorted. And we're out laning again this weekend.